O pano tá aqui, ó.
Tem em português?
Welcome to QSMP and
Falaram que tem trocentos e não são trocentos, não, são
Peraí,
4.
quais linguagens tem aqui? English, French, Português, Spanish, ok. Vamos assistir.
welcome to QSMP Info, where you will find news on the lives our guests lead during their stay on the island. This broadcast is brought to you by the QSMP Federation.
Oi?
É o cucurista.
Cucurista?
My name is
Cucurista.
Kukurucho, and I will be your host today. We've got much to cover since the guests arrived, so let's get started. On March 22nd, 2023, 17
17
guests
convidados. Wilber Luso, nunca vi. Rubius, nunca vi. El Mariana, nunca vi. Spring, nunca vi.
arrived at
Missa, nunca vi.
Quesadia Island, split into two groups.
Dentro de DM, nunca vi, mas eu queria ver.
Separated by a wall, the guests were instructed to restore power to the island through teamwork.
Que da hora, velho.
Upon completion, the guests were met with a broadcast from a friendly duck, welcoming them to the island and making them aware of one simple, very easy to follow rule. Do not press the red button. All guests immediately opted to disregard this rule, resulting in the destruction of a portion of the wall.
Caraca, que
Então,
da
o
hora.
QSMP basicamente é o The Good Place.
Oi?
QSMP é basicamente The Good Place.
É, verdade.
And, more importantly, the duck and
É que parece que antes, no início da série, cada grupo ficava de um lado do muro. Aquele murão que tem.
Então o Big Brother.
É o Big Brother, né?
and the
É
guests
o-
that due to
como é
breaking
que
the
fala?
rule, they would never be able to leave the island. The guests, unsure of what to do,
Esqueceu o
did the only
camarote.
thing they could. Play Minecraft.
Não lembro mais uma referência.
Olha o feat, velho. Mano, os episódios de
Throughout the
início de
week, the
série
guests
sempre são os
socialized
melhores,
and
a gente tá
explored
todo
the
mundo
island together,
gritando.
all of them meeting
Ninguém
someone very
entendendo nada,
important.
todo
The
mundo
entendendo
QSMP
nada.
Census Bureau representative, swiftly dubbed Kukurucho, or Cito Bimbo.
Eu esqueço que o Cucurucho, ele tem um outro nome, que é o Citobimbo.
Achei que é o Cicerite.
Cicirite.
Tô triste que hoje que eu vim participar, a Jade não tá. É o único youtuber que eu gosto, é a Jade.
Ah, verdade, né? A Bárbara é a maior fanzona da Jade.
que habla y pregunta cosas.
Mano, eu lembro de quando, tipo, a primeira vez que a gente entrou na série, eles ficavam falando do Cucurucho, eu pensava que era, tipo, meme, tá ligado? Mas realmente existiu o Cucurucho.
¿Cómo?
The QSMP Census Bureau came around to gather some information from all guests on the island.
O Zinx falou que é mod dela, da Jade.
Zinx, quando você estiver fazendo mod pra live dela, você pergunta pra ela se a esposa do Mike pode mandar um cucurucho de crochê pra ela, por favor. Meu sonho de vida.
Foolish was the first one to meet two strange entities, the angel and the devil. Strange,
Isso eu nunca vi, o demônio e o anjo.
powerful entities that reward the guest with illegal items.
Que bonitinho. Eu tô falando que é o Big Brother, pô.
Esse MP
Tem um
nada
monstro.
mais é do que o Big Brother de Minecraft.
Tem o monstro, o anjo, os dois lados.
E olha só que da hora. O Foolish estava construindo a base dele. Olha só o esqueleto da base dele, o dragãozão. Foda.
Nossa.
Mano, o Foolish ele constrói demais, tá louco.
Pera.
On day 13, the guests received another message from the duck. During this news, the guests learned that, as a result of the wall's destruction, a dragon that resided on the island had flown away and abandoned its eggs. From this point on, the guests were instructed to take care of the eggs and pairs flown away, and the guests learned that, as a result of the wall's destruction, a dragon that resided on the island
Oi?
Divide o fone comigo.
Segura aí então. Ó. O dragão mais grande do planeta morava na ilha e voou pra longe depois que explodiu o muro.
had flown away and abandoned its eggs. From this point on, the guests were instructed to take care of the eggs in pairs of English and Spanish speakers.
Chayanne, esta canción es para ti.
Abaixa um pouquinho, cara.
Yeah, take it out. Yeah, Dapper. Oh my goodness.
Deline, tomorrow you are going to have a wrestling match with the neighbor kid.
Are you ready? Come on, throw a jab, baby. Throw a jab. Yeah. Throw a jab. Throw a jab.
Two members were left as single parents, Quackity, whose other partner was a mystery, and Bad Boy Halo, who cared alone. These unfit parents have to ensure the
Bad Boy
health
é
and
pai
safety
solo,
of the
né,
eggs
velho?
until their true mother returns. Within the span of the week, multiple eggs lost one of two lives permanently. Due to neglect, Ramon, Juana
Vou botar o
Flipa,
post
Cheyenne,
do
and Talene
Ritinhas,
lost
tem 25 mil pais.
lives.
Né?
E uma mãe.
Essa foi a morte mais idiota, hein?
Ele que...
Ele quebrou a cama. Você não pode quebrar a cama, você não pode clicar na cama, o ovo morre.
Mentira que morreu assim. Meu Deus.
Oh, Ramon!
Inclusive, das
Ramon!
pessoas que eu
Then,
interagi
disaster
hoje no
struck.
server,
Notorious Miss
uma pessoa
Clipper.
já tinha interagido com um tweet meu.
Qual?
O Maximus, que tinham marcado ele no vídeo do chapeuzinho do Trump. O chapeuzinho que
Mariana
mexe.
slayed his own daughter in an unfortunate accident, leaving his husband in shambles. Slimecicle turned furious from the grief and went on a murderous rampage, aiming to slay all the other eggs to force a reset of all of the eggs' lives,
Os
including
vídeos
his
dele
daughters.
dentro do porão.
Come here! Come here, you rat! You little rat! You rat child! Where are you? Where are you?
Fortunately, Slimecicle is a terrible child murderer.
Oh my god, mommy! Jesus shit!
Ele tentou matar o Bob!
Oh, burger! That's a bug! Okay, that's a burger! Ow! Ow! Fuck! Okay, ow! Ow! My bones!
With all that ruckus, Cucurucho arrived to analyze the situation. All of Slimecicle's friends supported the idea of holding a trial to determine the fate of Juana Flipa and the possibility of reviving her. Thus, the trial of Juana Flipa was held.
Meu Deus,
legal.
amei o vídeo.
Caraca, ninguém do lado
On day 22,
do
the
lado
two
dele.
sides prepared to face each other at the courtroom. Prior to the trial, Slimecicle had
Cara,
managed to
saiu do
somehow
porão,
convince
foi pra
5
uma
separate
corte,
people to
né?
represent him against Mariana and Royer in the trial.
May my lawyer please proceed to the stand?
Yes. I mean...
É meu irmão, meu irmão.
The opposing parties presented their arguments on why Juana Flipa should get to live.
Ele tá de
Unintentionally,
terno,
the
errado,
trial
pode
also acted as a
Pois
way
é,
to
uma
defame
pessoa
both
de terno nunca
Mariana
faz
and
nada de
Foolish
errado.
due to foolish rumors of promiscuity.
What is it showing? Oh! That was before I got into a family relationship with Vegeta, and there's no connection between us whatsoever anymore.
Slimecicle's transgressions towards Cheyenne were brought up by Philza with damning video evidence. But, by the end of the trial, the verdict was to revive Juana Flipa, as long as Mariana and Slime served a jail sentence, which they escaped to see their daughter again.
Get it. Go, 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 go. I've won.
Nossa, gente. Pro Mike, porque tem todos os ovinhos, né? Ele nem sabia quem era. Ele falou,
Não
mas essa
sabia
é
mesmo,
quem?
não.
This happiness could not last forever. On day 23, Talene had been in the custody of Royer for the day. Upon meeting with Slime, he offered to take care of Talene with Juana Flipa for the day.
Oh,
As
Bob,
the three went
velho.
on their way, enemies showed up and they had to fight for their lives. Tragically, Talene was in the wrong place at the wrong time, being struck down by Slime's sword.
Slime! What the fuck, man?
Eu não sabia que ela tinha morrido assim, velho. Mas esse era o bug da espada, velho. Que matou ela.
Quackity
is going to kill you, man!
Your nephew just died, and the only thing you can think of is taking a fucking selfie in front of his.
No, it's not a selfie, it's a proof, because you killed my fucking Tilin! It was my Tilin!
Slime exiled himself out of deep shame, leaving Royer to take care of Juana Flipa. Meanwhile, in a quiet corner, Trump lost his second life due to neglect, forgotten entirely by the members of the island. During
Nossa, seu fone é muito pesado.
Mano, o Trump... Eu seguro.
Segura um pouquinho.
O Trump morreu porque não fizeram as quests dele, eu acho.
his exile, Slime regretted his carelessness in handling his sword. Meanwhile, another case of a misclick occurs. Mariana slays Juana Flipa again, officializing her final death. A funeral was announced.
Mas esse aí é o bug da espada, velho. Essas mortes deviam ser desconsideradas. Porque tava tendo esse bug quando você, tipo, ataca um monstro, um mob do Minecraft. E sabe quando a espada, ela, tipo, ataca vários inimigos de uma vez? Os inimigos do lado iam levar, tipo, um dano puro, tá ligado? Que nem a armadura consegue defender. E ele atacou o mob, o dano puro foi no ovo e acabou matando. Isso é bug,
Wants to be
velho.
held for the lost
Eu
ones
acho
in
que
the
deveria
official
voltar,
Federation
velho.
Church.
E esse bug só foi
On one
corrigido,
strange day,
tipo,
an entity called
semana
Aaron
passada, tá
awakened
ligado?
within Lassuna,
Sério?
an artificial intelligence
bem
that
que
lay
nenhum
inside his
outro
consciousness.
morreu, então.
Confused by the world, he started communicating through the chat. Fellow guests arrived at his location, confused at what was going on with their friend. After a bit of friendly torture where they presumed they could make Lasso snap out of this strange state, they eventually realized that this really was a different entity. They taught him about the world and how things work. He was very excited and curious about the new experiences, though quickly learned about how cruel the outside can be. Lasso and Darren would share his body, trading control on a whim whenever the former would lay down and sleep for the night. For the most part, Lasso spent his time like any other guest, causing trouble for the others by placing landmines around the place. While Aaron expanded his understanding of the world, he decided that it was his purpose to ensure that the outside world was free of danger. He declares his new learnings, that the world is beautiful and dangerous at the same time, and that every moment spent alive is worth enjoying. Wilbur Surt returned to the server after a long absence, meeting Fit MC.
Wilbur é real, então?
Não.
Isso é montagem, tá, gente?
And catching up on what he had missed, he was unaware that he was about to be forced into parenthood, just like all the other guests. As Wilbur and Fit investigated the daycare, they discovered an attic. Within it, they found a new egg. With some reluctance, Wilbur eventually agreed to become her father. Despite sustaining herself entirely on dirt, Tallulah was a healthy, happy child that quickly bonded with her new father, who got attached very quickly to his musical daughter. On day 27, the members gathered to mourn the loss of Trum, Talene, and Wanaflipa. Slimecicle attended the funeral virtually from a secret location, using the cameras he had planted around the building to watch it. But, he quickly revealed himself when he saw Quackity get taken away by Cucurucho to a secret room.
Trump? Es mi hijo? Trump! Trump!
The parents of the deceased eggs were
Trump, o chapeuzinho dele rodava, que
a few
massa.
last moments to say goodbye.
Sabia.
However, Slimecicle believed that there still would be a way to bring his child back. After the funeral was over, the guests began to show hostility towards each other. The QSMP members showed their
Essa é minha obra de arte, ó.
Que você fez também roda, né?
Eu só não consigo rodar, mas...
on displeasure with the following events. The first fight broke out between Spreen and Dapper, which resulted in a fight between Spreen and Bad Boy Hollow in the graveyard. Spectators placed their bets on the fight, and eventually Bad Boy Hollow lost. The second fight occurred between a distraught Quackity and Slimecicle, as revenge for killing Talene. Due to Quackity's lack of combat skills, Slime let him win to give him
Mas
a
fala a
sense of
verdade,
closure.
se matasse o Richinhas, você não ia ficar maluco?
Mano, se matasse Richinhas, velho. Eu acho que eu ia. Meu propósito no KSMP ia ser destruir tudo. Eu ia destruir basicamente todo mundo. Todo mundo. Eu não ia deixar nada. Não ia restar mais nada. Eu ia destruir tudo. Pode ser meu amigo, pode ser anti-regra, pode ser da federação. Mano, eu ia destruir tudo. Até não sobrar mais nada, até ninguém conseguir produzir mais nada.
And of course, after all the stressful dramatic fights, Foolish and Leonarda had a friendly parent-child sparring session. Deeply hit by grief after the loss of their children, Quackity and Slimecicle began scheming. While Quackity's plan was to deceive the others and rob them, Slimecicle had other ideas.
What if we just, why don't we just start up with the egg thing and just, see where it goes? Maybe you and Mariana could help.
I like the idea. The next time I see you, you're gonna be all dressed up, and I'm gonna introduce you to everyone. I'm gonna say that I have a new son.
Mano, isso tá pedacinho ínfimo da lore. Os brasileiros nem chegaram ainda. Nem os franceses.
Slimecicle would disguise himself as an egg and be adopted by Quackity as his new son. It was a flawless plan that was definitely not an unhealthy coping mechanism, though their scheming was being intruded upon by Bad Boy Hollow and Dapper. Slimecicle quickly deployed his number one strategy
Só podia usar armadura de
warning
ferro nessa época, gente.
listeners.
Hey! I know you're over here, and I'm gonna start listing every fucking sex fact I know! Sex fact number 1! Vulva! Sex fact number 2! Clitoris! Sex fact number 3! Shout!
Ah, eu entendi. Eu acho que ele tá tentando fazer o Bad Boy Halo ir pra longe, porque o conteúdo dele é family friendly.
Entendi.
Aí ele tá falando um monte de
Sex
merda.
fact number 4! Penetration!
Around 10 seconds.
Muito bom.
Distracted by the allure of avocado toast.
Do you guys wanna work for some avocado toast?
Yeah, sure!
I have a thing. I have a thing. Ooh, avocado toast.
Follow me.
Avocado toast.
We require labor. Okay?
With enough work, Bad Boy Hollow gained a small amount of information and lost a great amount of toast. Meanwhile, with his new stash of toast and a mission ahead, Slimecicle prepared a new room in the adoption center. A new, strange green egg appeared.
Caralho, a origem do gag, mano. Agora a gente conhece, velho. Foi tudo um plano dele do
Slimecicle
Quackity.
used his powers of shape-shifting to transform himself into an egg as a very convincing disguise. It is still unclear what effects this transformation may have on the mental health of an individual.
I fooled him so good, didn't I? Oh, I did so good, Papa. I mean, Quackity. What?
Throughout the rest of the day, Slimecicle pretends to be an egg named Geg, convincing the other guests with varying degrees of success. On day 33, all guests received a mysterious and frightening message from the familiar duck.
Cheyenne. Status.
Alive?
Alive.
Oh my fucking
Ramon.
god.
Lula.
Hey!
Ai, que susto!
Nossa senhora.
Bobinha,
Quase
que
matou.
susto do cão. Meu Deus. Gente do
Fear
céu.
struck all parents as they learned that the eggs would all die in 6 days. Fearing that it may be the truth, the parents used what little time they had left to make these last days special. Meanwhile, some parents grew suspicious of the nature of the message, but only time would tell what it could mean. On day 39, while Slimesicle donned his disguise once more, he entered a confrontation that resulted in his death. This revealed his true identity in front of all the other guests of the island.
Whoa!
Ah, então todo mundo já sabia que era ele.
What the fuck? It's not what it looks like, okay?
Então descobriram
An
quando ele
uncomfortable
morreu.
explanation had to follow, which Slimesicle expertly avoided by burying the body so he would not have to answer any questions. Was this the true end of Gig?
Meu Deus.
Foi?
Gente, né? Eu tô
Olha aí, o próximo episódio foi quando os BR chegaram, mano.
Aí que ficou bom.
Pior que foi aí que começou a ficar bom mesmo. Caraca, mano, muito massa essa lore. Tipo, isso aconteceu antes dos brasileiros chegarem, mano. Depois que os brasileiros chegaram, aconteceu coisa mais louca ainda, mano. Aí chegaram os franceses também. Imagina daqui a alguns meses, o que vai acontecer, né?